I'm Andre Huey and welcome to this edition of the Skn Newsline Newscast. Workers at the St. Kitts Golf Club have been reporting getting paid late every month for the past 3 years. The matter has been brought to the attention of Skn Newsline. More in this report.
Workers at the St. Kitts Golf Club are reporting that they have not been paid on time each month for at least the past 3 years. Skn Newsline was told that up to Tuesday this week, the workers, who were paid fortnightly, were owed a month's pay, but were apparently paid what they were owed a day later. According to a worker who spoke to Skn Newsline on conditions of anonymity, the workers, though hired by the Marriott, are paid by the government. This arrangement was further confirmed by other workers. Another worker told Skn Newsline that management have reached out to the government on several occasions to have the matter resolved, but to no avail. Other workers said they had sought assistance from the Labour Department, but did not get much reprieve there. The workers we spoke to lamented the late payment, saying many of them have loans and other obligations, which, whenever they pay late, attract interests and penalties. We were also told that there's several red tape of the process before the funds are paid from the government to the Marriott, where payments are then made via check to the workers. Skn Newsline made several efforts to contact the Ministry of Finance, but calls to the pertinent officials, who would probably provide answers, went unanswered. However, one of the workers who confirmed to Skn Newsline that they received payments owed to them this week said they will be watching to see if they will receive their next fortnightly pay due next week. Skn Newsline will provide further updates on this story as it becomes available. I'm Andre Huey for Skn Newsline.
A Wyndham Ramada branded resort is now open on St. Kitts as officials suggest that the investment could attract further business to the area. For the details, we join Skn Newsline's Glenn Bart.
Ramada St. Kitts had its official opening 2nd December 2021 with Deputy Governor General Michael Morton and Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris officiating. The 300-room hotel is located in Whitegate, St. Paul, St. Kitts. It is a CBI-related investment and includes a large conference room, a top-tier Chinese restaurant, and a bar. The hotel was officially opened with the ceremonial cutting of the ribbon by Prime Minister Harris. Prime Minister Harris remarked, quote, "As we attempt to attract more airlines, very often the question that is being posed is the number of hotels that is available. Today we are celebrating the official opening of the Ramada, and I want to place on record the government's deep appreciation to Ramada for the investment at this critical moment in time." End quote. The president of the Caribbean Galaxy Real Estate Corporation, Ms. Ying Jin, said, on full completion of the hotel project, the Ramada St. Kitts will employ about 400 citizens and residents and provide benefits for close-by communities, taxi drivers, shops, and attract other business entities. Glenn Bart reporting for Skn Newsline.
When we come back, a war of words between the CCM and the NRP on CBI receipts for Davis. If you're looking for a one-stop shop for all your electronics, you only have 2 stores to choose from: Island Electronics on 4th Street, Bastyr, and Smart Electronics at Port Zante. At Island Electronics, you have some of the top brands in electronics, from the top-of-the-line smartphones, Samsung and iPhone, laptop computers, smart TVs, washing machines, small appliances, phone accessories, refrigerators, and so much more. Brands include Whirlpool, Samsung, Black & Decker, HP, and much more. Island Electronics is located in the heart of Bastyr. Make it easy for you to access and shop. You can also choose to shop at Smart Electronics. Get the same great deals and quality products, the widest array in smartphones, including the latest Samsung Z Fold, smart TVs, and simply the best in household appliances like stoves, refrigerators, washing machines, even dishwashers. At Smart Electronics, get products for your leisure: headphones, video games, from Nintendo Switch to PlayStation 5, Bluetooth speakers, and much more. It's so hot these days. Well, at Smart Electronics, you can buy fans or air conditioners. And the brands that Smart Electronics carry are simply the best: JL, Beats, Whirlpool, Panasonic, LG, Samsung, HP, Dell, RCA, and many more. You can choose to buy cash or on layaway. So if you're looking for electronic stores with the best deal and quality, Island Electronics and Smart Electronics are your only choices. Choose the store of your convenience. Contact them today. Smart Electronics at 466-4271 or WhatsApp 668-2818, or Island Electronics at 665-8677. 2 stores, 1 great experience. If you need effective advertising at affordable prices, you need to advertise with Skn Newsline. We offer a wide range of services: TV advertising, video ad production, social media marketing and management, WhatsApp marketing, digital marketing, and much more. We offer a comprehensive marketing package to suit your budget. Call our advertising department at 665-7456, 661-2008, or 663-8887. Get your message out on our newscast on the cable channel 95 and or online networks. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Skn Newsline. Marketing made easy. Welcome back. Troy Liburd of the Nevis Island administration has criticized the Nevis Reformation Party, saying that they lack a fundamental understanding on how the federation is operated, as the revenue from the Citizenship by Investment program became central in talk show presentations on Nevis. Glenn Bott reports.
Troy Mills, a minister in the Nevis Island administration, was critical of members of the Nevis Reformation Party, claiming they do not understand the fundamentals of how the federation works for St. Kitts and Nevis. At the heart of the issue was the Citizenship by Investment program of St. Kitts and Nevis. According to Minister Liburd, some Nevis Reformation Party leaders are suggesting that the Concerned Citizens Movement-led NIA is looking for handouts from St. Kitts. Liburd, who was hosting the On the Mark radio talk show, said that view showed a lack of understanding of the federal system, pointing out that there is only one country, the country of St. Kitts and Nevis.
It really rubs me the wrong way whenever I hear, Nevisians talking about that, Nevis is getting some sort of handout. There's no handout. We are entitled to a share of something, and we should get it. We are to get it. It belongs to us, and nobody should withhold that from us. The problem comes in when something is being withheld, and we have never gone and asked for any taxes or conventional taxes that have come in. What we have asked for is non-tax revenue from the sale of the passport, from the CBI program. When we stood up on the courthouse and the Charlestown Accord was brought forward and it was signed, it said that the funds would be divvied up and shared on a pro rata basis. That means based on population, and we intend to ensure that Nevis is getting a fair share. We don't want more than our fair share. All that we want is a fair share. And so when anybody comes on the radio or comes to you privately to try to insinuate or to try to say that somehow the Nevis Island administration or the government in Nevis or the CCM government in Nevis is looking for some sort of handout, that is probably the most ludicrous thing that any right thinking and good thinking Nevisian could come up with,
The issue of allocation of revenue from the Citizenship by Investment program has been a sore point for many years, when the previous federal administration shared little to none of the CBI-generated revenue. Glenn Bart reporting for Skn Newsline.
St. Kitts and Nevis won the Energy Global National Award, the world's award for sustainability, for more than 2,500 projects aimed at protecting the environment. More in this report.
Reducing carbon footprint by transforming a center for victims of domestic violence to a green living space was the title of a project submitted by Garden of Rebirth, which won the Energy Globe National Award, the world's award for sustainability. The submission is one from more than 2,500 projects aimed at protecting our environment that have been submitted by more than 180 countries to the Energy Globe Award, which is the significant environmental award worldwide. The Energy Globe jury, which is chaired by Mrs. Maneka Gandhi from India, noted that both the quality as well as diversity of submitted projects is overwhelming. Garden of Rebirth is a non-governmental organization situated in St. Kitts and Nevis. It is a center that is committed to providing shelter and support to women and children who are survivors of gender-based violence. Garden of Rebirth was founded by Mrs. Edsu Bradshaw Keynes, the daughter of the nation's first national hero, Sir Robert L. Bradshaw. She spoke to Skn Newsline about what this award means to her organization.
It really means that we are a leader. It really means that for us, it's the first empowerment center for women. It's the first in the federation. And so not only are we coming out as the first, but we're coming out as a model.
She explained the essence of the project.
And I did the grant, approaching it to put in solar energy. That would help us not to have too much of a electricity bill. And then we did guttering so that we could harvest the water. We have a tank to harvest. And then since that, I've also gone on to get a grant to put hydroponics. So that's another energy, environmental plus. And then a lot of the centers I visit, they have a thrift store for recycling, reducing, and reusing. So I asked Tropical if they would give us a container, which they did. And we have transformed it into a thrift store where we recycle good clothing, especially from the United States.
Energy Globe Award is an environmental award honoring the best solutions for current energy and climate changes. It was founded in 1999 in Austria as a local initiative. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline.
When we come back, Guyana lamenting efforts by CARICOM to realize full economic integration. Want to buy some fresh fruits, vegetables, or ground provision, but don't have the time to go to the market or even to find parking? Look no further. Green Market and Delivery is your solution. Green Market and Delivery is an e-commerce store that sells and delivers local produce to customers in St. Kitts and Nevis. Anything you purchase, you can get fresh from the market and delivered directly to your door. Log on to www.greenmarketskn.com. Click on the e-store link, choose your items, and shop away. We have a wide array of products from fruits, vegetables, local products, spices and seasonings, and much more. Save time and energy. Shop on greenmarketskn.com, your one-stop shop for fresh local produce.
Are you ready to create high-performing TV commercials?
Ready.
Ready. Ready.
Create and tell compelling stories. Reach your target audience. And build brand awareness. Our strategies and execution will provide for your desired outcome and clearly represent your brand. Visit us at www.madebyopen.com and get started on your creative video commercial today. Lights, camera, Open Interactive.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastyr, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one.
Now to regional news. Even though face-to-face classes are resuming in some schools in Jamaica, one community is seeing more and more children not attending school but engaging in illegal activities such as foul fighting and commercial activities such as fishing. As we hear in this TVJ report, the emphasis on education is not as high in the community, though there are efforts to encourage change.
A group of boys from Rocky Point in Clarendon happily make their way to a foul fighting ring with their prized roosters in hand. But there are two issues here. One, foul fighting is illegal. And two, they are all school-aged and should be in school, whether online or otherwise. As we scoured the community during what would be considered regular class hours, we saw more student-aged children idly walking about. We were told the situation is a reflection of some of the social issues in the community, and some residents are worried.
Most of them don't have any device to go online. So they walk around the room. Right? So those are the missing kids.
Parents need a little more education because they don't value education as much as they ought to.
Many of these youth, most of them boys, have long abandoned the formal education system in search of lessons in what is known as the school of life. And most of those lessons they get are found here on the Caribbean Sea and along the coastline of Rocky Point.
So the youth, them now, for them not really want to go to school and thing and through the beach down here, so them try to come hustle.
Miss Gunners is a teacher based in the community. She operated a basic school in the area that closed when the pandemic hit. She is concerned about the situation facing students.
Pain my heart because some children down there, they are so bright and intelligent, they just want the help to go forward. Once they get on the beach, remember, you can't get them.
And we soon learned why. Working for boat crews on the coast can be lucrative. The boys can make up to $20,000 each for one job, depending on how hard the task is. We caught up with two of the boys who earn from the fishing beach at Rocky Point. Roddy and Tommy, as they said we should call them, are both under 18.
More the parents there now because only a mother me have, my father die, I see,
Well, if tell you the truth, my daddy kind of mess up, because he used to mind me, but me and him mess up. He now go on good again, so I just take it on the beach, because I see my way, you understand?
I get dropped out of school and so, you know, some more while the parents not have to try to make something for yourself, because you know, we not go sit down and wait for people. We have to try to help ourselves, so that cause more while, I see. Yeah.
You make a food out there to come out here?
Yeah, make a money because you work, you see me? Yeah, man.
So what kind of work you do when you come out here?
Like more while we unload boat and more while we get two fish and sell we and we get two fish and cargo we had.
The boys dream of being a footballer and a soldier respectively. And the Benevolent Society in the area says it is working to redirect some of the youth to help them achieve their dreams. The president of the society said their community resource center should help.
Our MP is equipping the center with over 20 computers. So we're going to use it for online classes as well.
Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.
Ghana's head of state, Dr. Irfan Ali, decried efforts by the member states to realize the potential of the Caribbean community, CARICOM, particularly in economics and trade, some 48 years after the regional grouping was formed. Dr. Ali's comments were made as he addressed the President's Dinner and Awards ceremony of Trinidad and Tobago's Manufacturing Association on Tuesday. Newsroom Guyana has more.
President Irfan Ali, disappointed by the stalled progress in realizing CARICOM's trade and economic potential, said on Tuesday that he would have liked to see more accomplished out of the CARICOM single market and economy CSME and integrated development strategy envisioned since 1989. Dr. Ali reasoned that individual barriers to trade imposed by member states and the failure to implement regional decisions at home were hurting the attainment of set goals that are intended to advance the regional bloc. To make his case, President Ali drew a quote from a recent assessment done by the International Monetary Fund, IMF, on regional integration.
So it is not a lack of decision. Many times you hear or people believe that the heads are not making decisions. So it is not a lack of decision, it is our ability as individual states to take seriously those decisions and implement those decisions. And this is of concern. And this is what Prime Minister Mottley spoke of extensively. We cannot move forward regionally as a people. We cannot move forward regionally as a collective if we are not willing to act in a selfless manner.
Dr. Ali turned his attention to the barriers to intra-regional trade, noting that he was in possession of a document that specified those barriers country by country, addressing both exports and imports.
And some of this is nonsensical. Some of these barriers that are imposed can be withdrawn overnight if you're serious about building capacity and open up opportunity.
According to President Ali, as it is now, the region is importing 3 times more than it is exporting. That number is higher for manufactured goods, which average at 7 times more than what is exported.
And we are doing so when we have countries in the region with the natural resources that can match it or that can be an alternative.
Dr. Ali also recalled the offer going back to as early as 2013, where Guyana had opened land to Trinidad farmers, but said little use was made of that offer. He said the issues plaguing CSME can be solved through the opportunities that exist if only member states are willing to work together, break down barriers, and take ownership of the common economic space. Dr. Ali said Guyana takes its responsibility in CARICOM seriously and is framing its future to match the growth promised for the region. For the newsroom, Kurt Campbell.
On international news, the United States has reported the Omicron coronavirus variant in 5 states, including 1 person in Hawaii who had no history of travel. President Joe Biden has announced the tightest restrictions for international travelers. He's appealed to eligible Americans to get vaccinated or get in booster shots. More from Al Jazeera.
President Biden had been due to outline a winter plan for dealing with COVID before the discovery of the Omicron variant. But the president appeared hopeful that even those reluctant to get vaccinated were changing their minds now.
There's some evidence in one poll, I won't mention it because I'm not positive of the number, I was told this as I was leaving the White House, that there is an expectation that 30% of the non-vaxxers said under no circumstances would I get a vaccination, because of the new variant, are now saying I'm going to get a vaccination.
Biden is vowing an approach based on what he calls science and speed and not chaos and confusion, the underlying principle of his winter plan to make resources available to prevent another lockdown.
It doesn't include shutdowns or lockdowns, but widespread vaccinations and boosters and testing and a lot more.
In order to ensure the 100 million eligible Americans who have yet to get a booster shot do so, they will be contacted and availability ensured. Hundreds of family vaccination clinics will be opened where all eligible age groups can be vaccinated at the same time, and mobile vaccination clinics will be sent to underserved areas. To prevent school closures, the Centers for Disease Control will release their findings on whether it's possible to test all students on site instead of sending them home after a COVID case is reported. Home testing kits will be covered by health insurance or provided free for those without insurance. The number of surge response teams, medical staff who can be deployed into areas where medical resources are being strained by the virus, will be increased. Biden is pledging to speed up delivery of the vaccines it has promised to the developing world, and travelers to the US will be required to be tested within a day before departure instead of 3 days. The mask mandate on public transportation will be extended into March. Some scientists and the World Health Organization have argued that the case for boosters for the entire adult population, and not just those particularly at risk, simply hasn't been made, nor is there evidence as yet that boosters increase protection against Omicron. The WHO argues that to prevent further variants, the priority should be to get vaccines to the developing world.
I call on all member states to choose to achieve our targets of vaccinating 40% of the population of every country by the end of this year, and 70% by middle next year.
Something Biden didn't announce was requirements for vaccination for domestic air travel, a measure that some argue will further nudge the US's unvaccinated eligible adults to get the shot. But at a time of nationwide legal wrangling over vaccination mandates in the workplace, that would clearly be a hard sell for some. Shia Bertansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.
North Carolina FC announced this week that midfielder Raheem Summersall has signed a contract with the club for the 2022 season. The deal is pending league and federation approval. Head coach of the North Carolina team, John Bradford, said he's thrilled to add Raheem to the group for the 2022 season. He said, quote, "He knows our club and area well and has valuable experience in UCL League One and internationally with St. Kitts and Nevis. I believe that his skill set and athleticism will help us in our midfield on both sides of the ball," end quote. A homegrown player, Summersall played for the North Carolina Alliance, a youth program formed between Triangle Football Club and Farquay Varina Athletic Association prior to the formation of the North Carolina FC Youth. The midfielder is also no stranger to the UCL League. One, as he has 3 seasons of experience between South Georgia Tormenta FC and FC Tucson. While with Tormenta FC, the Bastion native appeared in a total of 20 matches, clocking 1,174 minutes of playing time and making 14 starts throughout the 2021 season. In his 2-year stint with FC Tucson from 2019 to 2020, Summersall posted 20 appearances, collecting 1,342 minutes of playing time and adding an assist. The 24-year-old also boasts international playing experience, debuting for the St. Kitts and Nevis national team in 2017, and since logging 13 appearances for his country. Earlier this year, Summersall competed in the series of 6 World Cup qualifying matches, in 2 of which he was named team captain. Throughout the qualifiers, Summersall added 2 assists to lift his squad to 3 wins over Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, and Guyana. Summersall played collegiately for Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina from 2015 to 2017, collecting 51 appearances and 2,035 minutes of playing time over 3 seasons, with the Mountaineers scoring 1 goal and assisting 2. Following his junior year, the midfielder transferred to Florida Gulf Coast University for his senior season, where he started in 15 of 60 matches and logged 1,247 minutes of playing time, also earning a nod for the ASUN Defensive Player of the Week.
Welcome to the Skn Newsline Weather Report. I am Janil Boole. Here is a look at the 4-day forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis. For a more detailed weather report, visit our website at www.sknnewsline.com.
You have been watching the Skn Newsline Newscast. For more news and sports, log on to our website at www.sknnewsline.com. Download our Android mobile app, search Skn Newsline in the Google Play Store, or subscribe to our Facebook page and YouTube channel. From all of us here at Skn Newsline and Channel 95, I'm Andre Huey. Thank you for watching, and do have yourself a pleasant weekend.